Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to do a no fluff shoulder massage, which is what I would do on a client that is having a lot of shoulder pain or chronic pain and really just wants to get that fixed. So if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe below and you can keep getting my videos, and let's get started. Always make sure to warm up the body and gradually go into the deeper work. That's how you're going to get the best results when your client is the most relaxed. When I say this is a no fluff shoulder massage, what I mean is I will spend an entire 60 to 90 minutes just working on the shoulder problem. I will save the body alignment issues and other fascial adhesions that might be affecting it for later sessions so that I can just get them out of pain. And I've kind of found that this is unique among therapists. I don't try to hit the entire body every single time. The first muscle I'm going to work on is the infraspinatus. This muscle lays flat on the back of the shoulder blade, and when it's overly tight and has active trigger points, the pain is often felt directly on the muscle and sometimes at the back of the shoulder. You can use a soft fist here, and what I do with my other hand is I pin the fascia and I pull it in the opposite direction of my fist to get more fascial release. And I'm definitely going to sit here and wait till I feel things move under my hands. Pinning and stretching is a really effective technique here. I found that most shoulder problems originate in the front, so make sure you stay tuned for those, but you definitely need to address the muscles in the back of the shoulder. Moving down to the tricep, it's important not to leave this muscle out because fascial adhesions in the tricep can pull on the tendon area of the shoulder. Problems here will feel like pain in the back of the shoulder or elbow, or it can even feel like it's deep in the rotator cuff. I love using my forearm here, and with my other arm, I'm moving the arm back and forth where the hand is. So I'm pinning down the muscle, and the tiny movements help break up the fascia and loosen the muscle more effectively than just gliding down the muscle. And you can also use a fist or your fingers to do this. Again, I'm pulling fascia in the opposite direction of my glide hand and waiting. This is why I prefer to spend so much time on one problem, because it gives me enough time to really focus on each muscle and see how they're feeling and really leave the client happy with where they're at after even just one session. You need that time to be able to release those fascial adhesions and to kind of understand what's going on. Now, my favorite way to restore movement in a frozen or a guarded shoulder is with this side lying position. And I found, again, that a lot of therapists don't use this position enough, but it is the best way to access the lats and some of the subscapularis under the arm. I'm using my forearm here to pin the lats down, and then I'm stretching the arm up and away. I always have the client exhale here to help the muscle relax as much as possible. If they're guarding the shoulder, and you can tell because it will feel like they're resisting you or you're having a hard time pulling up, don't push it. It may take time and going really slow to make improvements here. Not pushing them when they are guarding is really important, and being vocal and just reminding them to breathe and relax will help them let go. As this becomes more relaxed, you can use more of your elbow on spots that are bumpy and feel tighter. If they lift a lot, this move can allow them to feel a lot of relief right away. Now, you're not going to see a great camera angle here, but you can address the teres major and minor, which is at the bottom of the shoulder blade in the back. And the great thing about doing it in this position is that you can move the arm with it while pinning that muscle or squeezing under the shoulder blade, and it is really effective and can be felt right away. Next, I would address the neck muscles such as the scalenes, and also I would do the supraspinatus in this position. I didn't really show them very well on the video, but this is a great way to do it where you can keep moving that arm around and using active release to help those muscles loosen up. But you're going to use the same technique that we've been using by pinning down those muscles and then moving the arm around. You're going to try and feel around for little balls of fascia or parts that are thicker, and then you hold on to those and stretch the arm away. And while you have them in side lying position, this is a great time to massage the deltoid. There's a couple trigger points that are right in the middle of the arm that are really easy to access when you have them in this position. So go ahead and use it here. As a smaller person, I have to find ways to be able to use more leverage and more of my body weight. And so this is kind of a little cheat one for me. Now here is what I consider the meat of my shoulder massage. I would say 9 out of 10 of my shoulder clients are having issues with either their pectorals, their subscapularis, or biceps, which are all addressed in the front of the body here. I start out by stretching out the fascia through the front on pec major, and I try to do this with very little oil, which can be uncomfortable and burns a little, but it is also really effective. But people are so chronically stuck here from just lifestyle, from computer work, from driving, even from lifting. The chest just gets overly tight. So this part is so important. Even if they have breast implants, suffer from depression. Also, these are things that cause those chest muscles to be majorly shortened. And going through this area will feel bumpy, not smooth. It's really common. When it feels like this, you really know it needs work. If you only had time to work on one spot on the shoulder, this would be it right here. I found that usually the spot under the collarbone and into the groove between the bones is a common area of fascial adhesion. And I'm gonna get ready for some deeper active release that's going to assist me. You're waiting for the client to feel a burning sensation, and that's very important. It's a very distinctive feeling, and ask them to tell you when they feel it, because that's what it feels like when that fascia releases, and it feels amazing. Moving their arm while pinning different parts of the pec will make it happen. It's a little harder to do if you're just massaging it without any of the active release. Now this part of the massage can get pretty intense. Not only are we on a couple of the pec muscles, but we're also getting into the bicep tendons as well as the subscapularis. So it can be a traffic jam for all of these to be stuck together, but it can be pretty painful. So make sure that you're talking with them and not necessarily getting to a point of 10. You can save some of that for other massages and just do it in layers. So this is one area in particular that my client here has been feeling for a couple of weeks now, and when she feels this pain, it feels like pain right under her collarbone. The pain can radiate up into the neck and the shoulder. It makes everything feel weak, and it makes just the whole area feel in pain. And it's amazing what one little fascial adhesion can do to an entire area. Now I'm actually going a little bit deeper now, kind of pushing down into pec minor, and again waiting for things to loosen up. All right, I'm moving down to the bicep now. When this muscle is part of the problem, the client will typically be feeling pain up in the shoulder. With this muscle, you don't typically feel the pain right in the middle of the muscle. It's typically in the tendon areas, so that can be down at the elbow or in the 2 spots up in the shoulder. So I use a couple different techniques to help release that, and this one is the one I've been doing the whole time, this passive stretching, pushing the muscle down and allowing the action to move the fibers. Or you can use an open fist to accomplish the same thing. It's tempting to forget about this muscle or to leave it out of a shoulder massage because it doesn't seem to be directly related. But there are so many times that people have had pain all over the shoulder. They think it's a rotator cuff injury, and it was actually just the bicep, especially people that lift a lot or people that have their arms in front of them a lot. This muscle gets so tight, you might be going through there and it will feel just like rocks and pebbles that are stuck in the middle. Now I'm gonna have Sherry help me release and stretch the pectorals. This is called active release. And I'm grabbing pec major first, and I'm asking her to raise it like she's raising her hand in class. And as you do this, it's going to force those fibers to stretch out and help it feel better really fast. The second time, I'm doing pec minor. And to do this, you can use both hands or one hand, and I'm pushing those muscles down to the rib cage. Now here's another vital active release that you should be doing. Subscapularis is located on the back of your shoulder blade. And I'm going to link to a video of mine up above that shows these muscles in greater detail, and it shows you how you can release them yourself. So for subscap, pin this muscle down and then have them reach overhead. This one can shoot up to a pain level of 10 pretty quickly. I've had it myself where my shoulder was stuck and I had to have someone else do this for me. So just make sure you're using good communication and adjust accordingly. Remember, this work can be intense, so make sure that you always bring them back with some relaxing strokes at the end. But I've seen it with people who have shoulder problems for years. It can totally release things and help things out. Make sure that you check out my video on how to release these muscles yourself at the end, and we'll see you in the next video.